What's up, guys? So in one of my previous videos, I shared this idea of vision, strategy, and habits. And now this process is really a process anyone can go through for achieving a goal or achieving some kind of outcome, some kind of dream that's out there that you're trying to get to. Now, this is not something that I just by myself made up. It's what I put together after modeling people that were ultra successful at their craft, whether they were authors, athletes, or people that were just really high achievers. Now, in today's video, I want to not only go through my own goals for 2017, but also how, if I were you, I would end up modeling these people to do a very similar kind of goal setting process. What's up, guys? Alex Hine here, author of Master the Day. Now, what I do at the beginning of each year is I actually go through what do I want to really happen this year. And what I found is that the very act of visualizing and putting some kind of conscious effort, conscious energy into figuring out what you want to have happen actually makes it a lot more likely for me to actually reach those things. Because again, the previous years of my life, I was just waking up and winging it. You know, I wanted to be fitter. I wanted to have more money to travel. I wanted to go out to dinner every week with my girlfriend. I wanted all these things, and yet there was no kind of real effort invested into trying to figure out how to make those a reality. So the first step here is to get out a piece of paper, and this is going to become your goal review for 2017. So the first thing I want you to think about is your health. I want you to start thinking about what you want it to really look and really feel like. And for me, here's what it's like. I sleep easily every single night, no matter how many hours I work, and my digestion is perfect. I weigh 180 pounds and I have the flexibility of a yogi. My life is epic, and as far as my health goes, I actually feel this feeling inside my body of my life being incredibly awesome. After that, I would go through the relationship column, because without health, you don't really have that much, and relationships are one of those immaterial aspects of life that really make it worthwhile. And for me, my relationship column is pretty simple. I have a social circle that feels like the Big Bang Theory or Turk and JD from Scrubs. I always have friends that want to do things on the weekend. I talk to my parents every single week on the phone, and same thing with my girlfriend. Since we're long distance, we keep in contact multiple times a week on the phone. For my financial life, it's a combination of goals. Since I'm doing this Chinese medical schooling and I'm running a business and writing books and things, I've broken it into two separate parts. And for me, what that looks like is, again, pretty simple. For YouTube, I'm aiming for 250,000 subscribers by the end of 2017. I'm gonna release 9 new mini Kindle books this year. So even though I've released 2 full-length books already, I'm experimenting with releasing new Kindle shorts. So they're about the third the length of a normal book. And because they're about the third of the length, I can ship many more of them, and they can help tackle certain key topics like discipline or willpower or starting habits or sticking with habits. It kind of gives me an opportunity to just like put together a suite, like a catalog of mini books that are cheaper and someone else can go through quickly. From there, every day I get emails from people saying how a video or my book has changed their life. In my Chinese medical schooling, I'm in the top of my class, and my student debt is 100% paid off. That is my vision for this coming year. So far, I'm on track for that. The next column I like to do is spirituality and just that inner kind of cultivation nature. Something about improving yourself, not for the explicit purpose of achieving some goal, but just implicitly to just be better. I call it spiritual cultivation. You can call it whatever you really want. Now, for me, what I have here is I meditate twice per day, and I'm internally tranquil at all times. No matter how many hours I work or what comes up in my life, when patients come and see me, they think that he just feels different and he's special somehow. From there, I go into the contribution column. This is kind of that aspect of my life that's been lacking the most, only because, like anything, I haven't put conscious effort into it, and I've been kind of focused on just achieving my own things since I had a ton of crappy jobs, I've had health problems, I've had my own goals, and now I'm realizing that this is really, really important, and it's a lot more important than me. So for contribution, what I've put down is I give either 10% of my income to a particular source or cause I resonate with, or I give 10% of my time to some kind of volunteer activity. Now, on the back of this sheet, what I do is I put down little affirmations. Now for me, the value of affirmations is just that I use them to put conscious mental effort towards something. So if I'm trying to be less stressed, I use affirmations to remind myself of the person I'm trying to be. So rather than saying like, I achieve all my goals, I achieve my goals and it's fun, it's easy, I don't feel any stress, I'm totally calm internally. So for me, my affirmations for this year are ones I've used last year that worked really well. Now the first one is, I understand that these goals will not and cannot make me happy, and that if I don't love today, I can never be happy or successful. The reason behind this one is that over the years, I've started setting and achieving these goals, and I thought that they would provide that sense of fulfillment and satisfaction that I hoped, and some did, some didn't, but at the end of the day, none of them provided that end, that like, you've arrived. That feeling of, I've arrived. I can exhale. None of them have given that, and I realized it's a human mental thinking flaw. It's a logical fallacy to think that a goal is going to complete you. They don't. So I remind myself that if I don't love today, because today's all I've got, if I don't love today, no goal will make me happy. So if I'm trying to produce books or fame or money, and I don't like today, then I've already lost the game. Now my next affirmation here is that I will follow what excites me the most right now in my life. The reason for this one is that I found that there were a lot of projects I could work on that improved my life that I just didn't like. And especially in my business, these are the things that I really love doing, like video and writing books. So I want to do more of those. From there, I will trust that life will work out fine. This is because, like all humans, I've had existential angst about everything. I've been afraid about, when you're not in a relationship, you're afraid of being single. When you're in a relationship, you're afraid of the relationship ending. When you don't have money, you've got fear of poverty. When you have money, then you've got fear of losing money. And it's like these existential anxieties can always come up, and they do come up. And so for me, this is about, I trust life, it's gonna be fine, just relax, man. From there, I will follow my intuition at all times. This one comes from the biggest explosion I ever had in my life in terms of achieving my goals was when I just listened to my intuition, not a book, not a guru, my intuition about what could I do to make my relationship better? What could I do to earn more money to travel? What could I do to blow up my business? What could I do to XYZ? And I followed my intuition implicitly, just blindly one year, and everything changed. So now that is a core commandment for me. I will be open to new opportunities I haven't spotted. Obviously, I have growth goals here in my life and in YouTube. And that means maybe I need to change around my content strategy a million times to get there. Be more creative. I don't know, be open to new possibilities. And then finally, I will help others. This is just kind of a core commandment to remind myself that if I don't produce things that you like, for example, well, it's not gonna help you and it's not gonna go anywhere really. And that everything that I'm doing mostly should be to help other people reach their own goals. So once I've got the goals written down, once I've got the affirmations down on paper, I fold up that piece of paper and I put it into my phone case. For me, what works best is just to review it twice a day, and that has been one of the biggest levers, the biggest game changers in my life, has been going through this ritual and then looking at it on paper a couple times a day. But for now, you know exactly what my 2017 goals are. So I want to know from you, leave that comment right there below. What are your goals for 2017? Like, what are you trying to do? And I don't just mean achievement goals, but fulfillment goals. I've made the mistake of just setting external goals because I wanted to improve my life. Like, I don't want a crappy job. I wanted to have enough money to travel. I wanted to have enough money to do all these things. And yet, those goals, they can provide a sense of, they can fill something, but they can't fill the whole void. And so for me, it's really important to set relationship goals, happipiness goals, leisure goals. I don't even have a leisure goal in there. Fun goals, just fulfillment and contribution goals. It's just something worth thinking about as well. So before you go, leave that comment there below. Let me know for you, what are your game plans for 2017? Comment there below. What's up guys, it's Alex. Did you like this video? If so, there are 3 ways you can really stay in touch with me. First thing is to click the monk dude over there to subscribe. You'll get the video next one right when it's out. Usually upload 2 to 3 times per week. So you're gonna get that right there if you click the monk dude. The second thing is to come check out my newest book. If you're trying to figure out what to do with your life, if you're trying to find work you love and actually do something you're passionate about, check out my book. It's called Milk the Pigeon, a field guide for anyone lost in their 20s. And if you also send me the receipt for buying that book, I've got a whole bunch of bonus training I will send you for free, a whole $100 course that I've put together for you. And the third thing is to come over to my site, modernhealthmonk.com. I've got a free guide for you there, 6 daily habits to help you lose your next 20 to 30 pounds. So go do those 3 things now, and I will check you out in the next video.